Hey everyone, I'm Sara. I am your Jamberry consultant. I'm shooting this video today for 3 reasons. The 3 things that I want to bring to you is 1, I just want you to see me and who I am. I have hundreds of customers who I interact with online all the time, but I never get to meet you, and I know you never get to see me. So this was an important thing for me so that you knew who I am. The second thing is that I'm going to focus on the application video piece of using our Jamberry mini heater versus using a blow dryer, which you can also use at home. But I want to actually show you what that's like so you can see the difference and make a good and informed decision of whether that mini heater is a good investment for you. And then the third thing that I want to show you today is a couple different techniques that I use when I apply my nails. So I'm going to specifically be really talking strongly about sizing your nails appropriately so that they stay on and they last the longest, and this will prevent any mishaps from happening, especially the first time that you're trying it. Also, I'm going to use a method called the baggie method, which sounds totally silly, but it uses a Ziploc bag to assist you in helping sealing your nails. That turns out really well for most people, so I'm going to incorporate that in the video too. So let's get our jams on. Okay, so let's talk about getting these nails on. The first thing that I want to show you is our Jamberry application kit. None of these things that I'm showing you are necessarily things that you have to apply your jams, but it's just beneficial for you to see what you're getting and what you're paying for. This application kit is $12.50, and there's a $20 one that also is sold, but it includes cuticle oil. You have 2 alcohol packets. You have a clippers, a buffer block, a nail file, a curved scissors, a rubber cuticle pusher, and then 2 orange sticks. So that's what we'll be using today. Now, in addition to using these, I also have grabbed a Ziploc baggie, like we talked about in the beginning, and then also a cuticle clipper. This is good for prep and some other things along the way. These are not included in the kit, so you should get these from the store if you do want them. And then piece of paper. What I use this for is just to get the shavings that fall off, as you'll see, for an easy cleanup, but today it'll allow you to see my nails a little bit easier. So we are going to apply today the navy stripe, which this is what comes in a sheet for $15, 2 manicures and 2 pedicures. And just for reference purposes, I also grabbed a sheet of juniors so that you guys could see how much is on the junior sheets of wraps. These are also good in adults. They're good for toes too, so kind of keep that in mind. But junior sheets are for ages 2 to 10. Okay, so let's talk prep. The first thing that I want you to do is wash your hands with a degreasing agent soap. So not a moisturizing soap that you would normally use to wash your hands, because those have natural oils in it for moisturizing, and you actually want the opposite. You want something that's going to take the oils out of your skin and off your nails. So like a Dawn dish liquid soap is what you should wash with first. And then you definitely want to push and trim back your cuticles. So just because I've already done that today to kind of move the process along, we're going to start with the third step, which is just cleaning your nails with alcohol. So you have these wipes in the kit, that application kit, or of course you know that you can buy alcohol anywhere in the store. And you're just going to go ahead and clean off each one of your nails really quick, like I'll do here. So now that we're all prepped and ready to go, this is what I want to show you about the Jamberry mini heater. So I'm going to turn the mini heater on, and you're going to hear how amazingly quiet it is and that it just sits here independently. So this is what our mini heater sounds like when it's on. I know you could probably barely hear it, which is good, as opposed to, this is my personal hair dryer, something like this. Right? So this still works fabulously. You can use it. It's just that this is something that's good for using both your hands to apply your nails and not fumbling with a hair dryer. I'm gonna check out here what my best size is. Now, if you see a little nail, a little bit of your own nail on the side, that means you have it right. You never want it to fit perfectly or be too big. You always want smaller. So I'm gonna choose this one for my thumb. And the first thing I'm gonna do is take my little curved scissors, And I'm gonna actually go under the wrap, but not through the backing. So just gonna go under the wrap like this. I'm gonna take my cuticle pusher and I'm gonna just lip it up like this and take it off. So this is going to be one of my thumbnail ones. It's important that you use something like this or even the orange stick so that your own fingers aren't touching the back. Otherwise, the stickiness is gonna come off on your fingers and you obviously want that on your nail. So here we have the mini heater, but I'm gonna show you how you can use the hair dryer too. So you're gonna put it on for about 3 to 5 seconds. And warm it up. And all you're gonna do now is, I actually take the other end of this and just push my cuticles back one more time and get it pressed up against the back of your finger, your cuticle as much as possible. And I just push really quick in the center and then I release this cuticle stick, because the rest we can work with our fingernails and our fingers. So the two things that make our jam stick are heat and pressure. So what I do again is I put more heat on it. My hair dryer doesn't really get that hot. And then you're gonna wanna push on the sides first. Your first instinct is we're gonna wanna go up. Don't do that. Press the sides first and get the sides pushed down as much as possible and then do up. And heat and pressure, so just keep pushing as much as you can and it's on. So for the sake of the way that I apply my nails, I'm actually gonna keep this on for a little bit, so it's gonna look silly, but I'm gonna trim it just a little bit, but not all the way, and I'll show you that baggy trick. And this is, again, why I have a piece of paper here, because I can just put the edges right there, so I don't have so much of a mess to clean up. And now I'm gonna start using our mini heater, so I'm gonna turn it on, and you'll kind of hear it in the background here. So I just get my wrap on, heat it up for about 3 seconds, and then I push my cuticle back with the same tool and then place it on. Now this is an example of, it might not be great on right now and it might not be center, but because my nails are short, I've got this end that I'm gonna kind of trim off anyway. So I'm just gonna touch the end and replace it. There. And this is why I like having short nails sometimes. All right. And then another thing is just kind of stretching it too. It always kind of helps. Heat, heat, and more heat. You can't really melt these, so just keep giving it heat and giving it pressure. You can see my nail on the side. And that's good. That's actually something that you want, because that means that they're not too big. But when you look straight on at my nails, you can't see the nail on the side. So what you might be kind of anal about, you know, a lot of people think I want to get it all the way to the edge, and I understand that, but at the same time, if you get too close, again, they're not going to stay on. And they're going to lift really easily. So if there's some left on the side, that's what you want, because from head on, nobody can see that. Take any bag that you have, just a plastic bag, and I know this looks really crazy, but the heat from inside this bag when you're sealing your nails makes it stay on longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my finger up into the bag and we're going to push kind of down and seal around, and then I'm going to put it in front of the heater or the hair dryer, whatever you have, and hold it there, and it gets really hot in here, and just kind of keep pushing down on it. Or you can also use your cuticle pusher tool to just keep pushing down on it and seal it in. And move on to the next nail. Now, what's important about this method that I love is this is a method that you can use for maintenance on your nails. So your jam should last up to 2 weeks on fingernails. And so throughout the first week, you're definitely going to see some wear and tear, especially to your tips, and that's normal. But you just kind of want to freshen them up a little bit, and you can refile them and then reseal them with a baggie, and that will just help them stay on for that second week. So this should be a good maintenance trick for you to just keep working at too. Pretty easy thing to do. I know it sounds really silly, but the heat from inside this bag plus the pressure to get down around the seal of the edges is what's really helpful here. The most important thing about filing is the motion that you do, which is going to be straight down. And actually I'm going to turn the heater off because it packs a little punch. It's kind of getting warm in here. You just want to go straight down like this. And what you're doing is you can see the nail wrap coming off. And that's why I also like to lay something down here because it helps with mess. And you just go straight down like this and around the edges. And you're going to see that the edge of those nail wraps are just going to peel right away. And then what I do and why I love that cuticle trimmer is I grab this little baby, and sometimes they just don't all the way come off, so I snip them right off and it's done. And I have a completely finished nail right there. So I'm going to go back through. Now my thumb is a little bit shorter, so instead of filing, this is also another place where I like to get that cuticle trimmer in there, and I just go right up against the nail. This is my nail that's subject to all my nervous nail biting, so it gets the grunt of everything. That's definitely why it's the shortest. But I just trimmed it clear up into the nail there, and that one is done. And you just go around like this and do the rest of your nails and smooth them out and round them out. All right, what do you guys think? Let's do the next hand. So what do you guys think? Pretty simple, huh? So the last part is just packing up, and this is another reason I like Jamberry is no mess, no polish spills, nothing like that. Just pack everything into your little kit here. I'm just gonna put this all away, zipper this baby up, and it's gonna just go as it stores in my closet. And then I just take my piece of paper with all my nail shavings on, and I throw it away, and we're done. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you decide to try. And whenever you're ready to contact me to order, host, or join my team, just go to that website and check it out. Thanks.